Okay, we have to behave. New governor of the Bay Islands, Shawn Hyde. Shawn, I've known you just about longer than anybody else here on the island who's a native of the island, and I'm really thrilled that they have chosen you to be the new governor of the Bay Islands. Shawn, welcome to the show. Really, you went to Tegucigalpa 2 days ago. Tell me a little bit about that.
Bruce, I was supposed to go probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, from right after the inauguration. And by the way, thank you for the invitation, and it's always a pleasure to be here with you and sharing with your listeners. And, like I said, I was supposed to go about 2 months ago and get sworn in, but circumstances couldn't make it. Finally made it day before yesterday, and yesterday morning about 9 o'clock, he got sworn in there in the presidential palace, and it just came, 15 minutes ago. I drove up from talking with Arlie and taking over in the office with Arlie, getting the seal.
Oh, boy. What did Arlie tell you? What kind of advice did Arlie give you today from the former governor to now the current governor?
Look, Arlie is a man that I've admired in his role, as he's done the job of governor. I mean, he's represented the islands, in very, very high honor. And everybody, including myself, holds him in high regard for the work that he's done. He's always been a good face for the islands.
Incredible guy.
Yeah, and we talked about the responsibilities of the governor, the priorities, stuff that you have to do, the daily chores that you have to tend to. I was introduced to the staff, all the two of them. But the governor's job here, I don't manage. I won't be managing. I don't have a budget. I have a small staff, small office. This government has talked about strengthening the position of the governor, and we do projects. And as a governor, part of the thing is really to be the ears and eyes of the president on this island,
and at the people at the same time.
Well, yes, and
you have to be accessible to the people.
Accessible to the people, because being their ears, being the president's ears and eyes here, I have to be the voice of the islands to that man's ears.
Right.
So, I have to listen here and see here and then transmit that to the president, Porfirio Lobo Sosa.
And Arlie did a great job.
A great job at that. And, and all the other governors have. Clinton, very, very well. Every governor before, I've always had them in high regard. They've all have represented the Bay Islands in very high honor.
Speaking of high honors, I remember Clinton was the first governor that I remember. I don't think he was the first governor that I've had experience with. I remember him being called upon to represent the Bay Islands and Honduras and places all around the world. I mean, they asked him to travel to this world summit and this world event, and he went. He had to go a lot. That's really quite, in a way, it's quite an opportunity, and it's also quite a draw on your time.
It is, but then when I assumed this position, I accepted the position. I accept the responsibility that goes with the office. And if that requires travel, right now in the next few months with my wife, I have my, my priorities, and, but anywhere and everywhere I go, even if I'm on just my own personal travels, I will represent the Bay Islands, and I will, any opportunity I get, and as I've always done, encourage people to come down here, and also to anything that I can get help on for the whether it be for the medical field or the education field or other services to these to the community of the Bay Islands is what I'll do.
Do you have any of the contact information, say numbers or emails, as the governor, that people listening now can contact you when issues come up in the future?
My email is shawnhyde@hotmail.com. That's my personal email. My cell number is 9948-1615. The job of the governor, there's certain things you can and there's certain things you cannot do. I mean, I can't come out, decide on my own, hey, look, this is, I'm a side with this one or a side with the other one. Like I said, the most important aspect of this job is being the ears and eyes of the president in this community and being the voice of this community to the president.
Well, I hope, I don't want to keep you that long because I know you have a busy schedule, but I hope that in a month from now, let's say, when you've been on the job for 2 or 3 weeks and events are coming up or news or information is coming up that you can share, that I'll call on you and hopefully you'll say yes and spend a little bit of time with us. Not only, long periods of time, but if we can get you for 10, 15, 20 minutes every once in a while, just to let the folks know about what's going on in the island, because it's very, very important. And some of the politicians want to make themselves accessible to the English-speaking people, and some don't. So I really need the ones that want to be there and fill in the blanks. Communication is very, very important. Communication about RACO, communication about Zolotur, communication about this country that people may not understand if they're mostly foreigners. So I will call on you to bridge the gap between the communication that doesn't get to the English-speaking market and get it to them. I'd really appreciate that.
No problem, Bruce. For me, it's always a pleasure to come and spend time with you here and with your listening, everybody out there that's listening to you.
And I know you've always done that behind the scenes. I know that you worked very, very much with the political powers that be over the last 4 years. And just to give you a compliment, I don't know a better guy, an island guy on the island than you. And I just wanted to get that out. I've really cherished our friendship and your support of the show and of the island for the last several years. And so I just wanted you to know that. And you, of course, have all the support of the station and of the show and of myself in any effort that you may have. Just let me know what kind of promotional this or promotional that you need to get the word out on events or activities, and you have the station behind you, Shawn.
I really appreciate it, and I'd also like to invite the people out to the meeting on Saturday at the Isbir School in Cox and Hole.
The bilingual
school,
Cox and Hole, just right outside of Cox and Hole, at 10 in the morning until 12 noon. The president will be here, the governor, all the mayors of the Bay Islands, the congressmen.
And it's the president wants to include people in his nation's nation plan. I guess would be the translation, the Plan de Nación. Where we want to take this country for the next 27 years. This is maybe one of the first times that we are actually having a plan, making a plan.
Wow.
And if we get as much as participation from the community, and that includes the foreign community, and everybody that's here in this country, the more participation we have in projects, the more people will make it happen. Everybody should come out. Let's hear what he has to say, and let's start a discussion. And including, seeing what the proposals are and seeing how we can modify them and make them the best possible plan for the Bay Islands and Honduras for the next 27 years.
And I know
beyond.
The foreigners do want to be a part of the community, and they do want to lend their expertise. They have an awful lot of expertise. A lot of folks that come down here are retired, and they've been at their jobs for decades and have a lot to offer. And I think many of them are just looking for some acceptance into the local community here. And I hope that you, along with the other party members, all from the National Party, all on the same team, all together with the same vision, I hope that you will include the foreigners in as much as you can for their advice and counsel. And because I know that when that happens, we will have a better island here.
Bruce, everybody in this community is a valued member of this community. Sometimes people have to step up and offer, just because you offer doesn't mean that you'll be included, but step up and be part of the community and offer your services. Just because you're there and maybe one or two people know who you are and what you've done in the past does not mean that that everybody knows. And we need participation. We need people to step up and come out and join us. And we all live here.